What's up, friends? How you doing today? Welcome to the Drawing Habit. This is Pearson. You're watching day 514. We're gonna be drawing Gary V, my friends. Let's start. I don't know. One of those days, man. So I I figured I'm gonna do another round of coloring today. Let's see what this is. Oops. Just gonna see if we can get this. No, we don't want blue. We want like a red, man. Like that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to lower the opacity here. And I'm going to go slow today. I'm going to go slow and really look at the drawing, which may mean that I'm not going to talk much. Okay, let's start. So what we're doing is we're basically going to be correcting all the errors that I did yesterday, and it's going to be a slow process. So some of this stuff is right. I think his eyebrow needs to be lowered down. So what we're gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna start off with. I think I think I need to make this thinner. I think I need to make his right side of his face thinner, something like that. And it trims down. It's gonna have that color like that. And I think I have to do the same on the left side. Um, yeah, I think I need to do that. Maybe even sharpen the angle a little bit. We're going to do the dark lines a little later. But right now, I got to slow down a little bit and look and really truly observe the figure or the face. Now, drawing, man, it's observation, and you're trying to look at the information. And you're trying to translate it on a flat surface, and some people have that skill better than others. So you just got to really focus. Some days, like today, I got to focus a little bit. So I trimmed down his face a little bit. I think that might be helpful. Um, yeah, I think that might help. So the face has been trimmed down. And then let's see here. Just try to figure out where I want to his chin. How's chin, like what's his chin look like? Something like that, maybe. You can always change it. And let's see here. What I noticed I did wrong is I'm going to move his eyebrow lower down. We're going to lower his eyebrow like so. Just lower, I'm trying to go slower today than I did yesterday and really think about what I'm doing. So that's not working. His it's actually lower and kind of pivoted downward differently, like the eyebrow itself. So got to keep that in mind. So I think that might be worth it. And then then his other eyebrow is raised up. So I'm gonna put like this these expression lines here. I don't know if I got them right, but I think there's something like that. Kind of go like this. Something like that might be fine. I'm not really good with expressions. I don't think a lot of people are anyways. And we're going to let's slowly add some lines here on his face, just to see what happens. Because I gotta adjust everything. I really do gotta adjust everything. Everything's off. And you just gotta be aware that you're making mistakes. So I'm gonna do it in red and then I'm gonna go over it in black. So basically I'm drawing the face 3 times. I'd like to get to the point where I'm not doing that. I like to be at the point where I can do it once, but I have this weird, I can't, it's drawing from a photo is weird to me because even though I'm seeing the information and I'm able to I know what's happening with the whoops. Even though I'm seeing the information, right? I don't know where everything ends and begins. I know where everything ends and begins, visually. I can see it on the photo, but it's kind of confusing to me because you can't. It's not like looking at something in person and trying to really look at where the beginning and end, the ending of each form. I struggle with drawing from photos. I don't know, it's never been a skill, a thing that I was particularly good at. I was okay, right? I think I was okay at it, but I'm not it's not like my I'm not going to be given lessons on it because it's very challenging for me. So something like that, I think. Right here, I can't tell whether or not this right here is his neck or the side of his chin. And that's and that's what's the problem. That is everything, because if it's his neck, then his chin is not as dominant as I'm giving it, So that's one of the things that bugs me about photos. It's you can't see some of this stuff and you're kind of having to make it up, and I don't like that. I want to know more about that more about what's happening. So I'm trying to go slower and trying to see what I did. So what I'm noticing here is his nose. Let me see here. I probably could stand to move his nose a little bit closer down here. His divot on his nose kind of goes somewhere around right here. Maybe the end of this kind of goes. So I probably need to bring this down. There we go, something like that. There we go. This kind of, I think I talked about this earlier, but like, yeah. All right, man. Let's slowly add and stop, man. Make it look good. I don't know. There we go, buddy. I'm making his eyes too small. I'm gonna move around on his face first. Let's kind of get his let's like at least get his nose kind of in place. Like with this photo, I can't tell where his nostrils begin and end. Again, like I'm making it up. Like it's hard to tell where they begin and end. It's really dark here, and some of the areas are so dark you can't tell where forms begin and end. That's the problems with photos. Sometimes even though you get a good photo, there's often problems with it. He's got like a giant, like a super cast shadow happening right there. Yeah, buddy. His eye does begin somewhere around here. Like that. And his other eye begins a little bit behind the nose because of the angle, it seems like the angle. If it were like facing forward, I think these areas would line up more. You know? I don't know. It's all relative. Like I think sometimes I line it up right here. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhere I think that's about right. We can do something like that. Now let's see here. This eyebrow, let's go ahead and work on this eyebrow. And it kind of goes at like an angle like this. And it's sharp like that. Goes sharp down. He's giving the Rock eyebrow, like this, the people's champ, the people's elbow. Like, oh, I'm gonna give you the raising his eyebrow like the Rock. Yeah, buddy. I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating it, but that's fine. Ooh, look at my eyes. And here we go. It's always very challenging Really challenging. He's got like very specific bags under his eyes that I really can't define with line. I'm going to have to define it with value, and that's going to help with the drawing because right now, you really can't. It's not really helping the case with his face, you know. So now I feel like I do need to raise his eyebrow a little bit again. Just bring it up again, just a smidge. There we go. And then let's see here. Get his cranium here. And I think I'm gonna move this. There we go. There's a guideline there, just in the way. There we go, something like that. I think looks a little bit better. And then now he has right around here. There's his cheekbone thing. And I really think his jaw is a little softer. Maybe. I don't know. It might be a little softer. It might not be. It's hard to tell because he's got that 5 o'clock shadow on the side and it's blending with his neck. I can't tell if his jaw is softer on that area or if it's more angular, but I can't tell. That's one of the problems with photos, man. It's like, even though you have all this information, like, this is a pretty good photo. Like, it's a really good photo. But, like, there are certain things that are just absent from the formula, absent. And I'm trying to add that information in the best that I can. Because I'm not an AI program, unfortunately. Another thing that's wrong is this head, like, that is wrong. It's like I took a baseball bat and just bam to his freaking cranium. Don't worry, folks, we're gonna fix his head. Let's get a good old plunger, plunge his head back out, pop it out like this, like that, pop it back out. No, I look like I just pushed it in. No, that's no good. But I think it's looking better. So what's the good thing about doing, like, when you're drawing, and if you're drawing like the same thing, the good thing about doing that is, like, you come back to it with, like, fresh eyes. It's really good to come back to your drawing with fresh eyes. So that's the good thing about doing these coming back, drawing this like a couple times. So I'm gonna draw it a couple times, and every time I come back to it, I'll, like, okay, come back to it with fresh eyes. So what was interesting is, though, yesterday, oh my gosh, I was looking at this thing and I was like, oh, I did the time lapse and I said, I saw the time lapse of me drawing the eyebrows and stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I was correct the first time I drew the eyes or the eyebrows, and oh no, what's going on? Don't do that, stop that. Anyways, I think I was correct the first time, and it's just kind of funny how those things kind of happen. So we're just gonna say, like, I don't know what's happening here. It's just a giant value mass. So you really don't know what's going on. You just kind of have to, like, make it up as you go. And then this right here. I think something like that looks a little bit better. Yeah, I think adding that back is really helpful. So I think it's getting somewhere. Yeah, I think that is getting somewhere. Kind of, sort of. We'll see. Still not set on the eyes, but I think it's better than it was before. Still, the eyes maybe a little bit too small. So, like, people to either draw, like, what I tend to do is I either draw things too large or too small. Like right now, I think now that I look at it, I don't think I gave his I don't think I've given Gary a big enough, like, he has his hairline's receding a little bit more. Whatever that means, it's like no big deal. Like, I got like no hair, so I got no hair up there, so it's not a big deal. It's not like being overly critical. Some people get really critical about that. I don't know. Something like that, I think. And let's see here. There we go. Let's go ahead and work on the mouth a little bit. Let's give the mouth some action here. Well, first off, yeah, that looks better. And then this. Yeah, every time you do something, when you come back to your drawing, you start noticing your mistakes a little bit more. I think partially because you get to take a break from it, you know? See, now it's starting to look, I think it's starting to look kind of closer to him. And I think it's going to get more and more finalized the more when I start adding value and it starts really making sense. So maybe his nose, maybe too big. Like his nose may be too big. I may have exaggerated his nose a little bit too much. You know? And this goes like maybe because it's closest to me, and it's also just closest to me. It's a very a larger nose, so like subconsciously, I'm just going to make it larger, even though it might not be that large in person. You know, in the like photo, right? Who knows? His lips need to be brought up higher. Yeah, I'm noticing that. That. It's kind of bring this dude's lips together like that. And here we go. Now I think I made his chin too big, right? Like maybe his lips were too high. Maybe I put the lips too high this time. Like maybe they need to be brought down just a little bit lower than that. Like, let's do that again. So maybe like, bring his, so his lips a little bit higher, lower, not much lower, just a little bit lower. And then you bring that lower a little bit. So his chin may be still a little bit big, maybe not. I could probably trim it down. Like maybe I could. Yeah, maybe trim it down like that. I think that looks pretty not close, but like it's good enough, I guess. Again, and once I start adding some value, that's going to start answering some questions. And I think the lip right here. Something like that. All right. Again, I'm not expecting much. I think it's a little bit better. I think it is. I don't know. Gonna have to come back to it tomorrow and be like, maybe his eyes still need to be bigger. Because he is opening up his eyes in this photo quite a bit. And maybe things are quite off. Who knows? You know? Okay. All right. So I've flipped it upside down. And it's changing my perspective this time. So I'm going to draw upside down for a little bit and see how that works. It's a little trick that you can do to help you see shapes. In a different way. It's not like the greatest way of drawing, but like it's a little trick. Okay, so now as I see that his eyes need to be bigger, and what I'm thinking is happening is like I think they need to be bigger, and I think they don't. I think they even could be kind of rounded because I think what the angle that I'm seeing is coming from shadow, or at least what it feels like. And then the eye. With this guy's here it comes in. All right, buddy. Just kind of fiddling around with it. I think I see what happened. I think I can see what's going on with his chin here. Um, yeah, it's starting to make a little bit more sense. Yeah, buddy, man. We're looking good, I think. Ish. Still a lot to be desired, but I think it's getting somewhere. There you go. And then Still struggling with his right eye. Anyways, it's time. It's actually past. It's actually way past time. Let's just escape this and yeah. You. Yeah. Those eyes are going to be the death of me, man. Seriously. I'm gonna have to really get those right because that's really important. If you can get the eyes, I think other parts you'll have a little bit more forgiveness on them. But like, if yeah, if you can get those eyes, I think you'll be better off. But right now I'm struggling with them. I really, I think it had like this eye here is larger, and the other one is kind of closed. Yeah, and yeah, so that's gonna take some time. Like this one's kind of closed. This one's kind of like closed down a little bit, but they're still relatively close to the same size. I think it's closer than last time. I was able to. I think right. I made some changes, some good changes. Yeah, good changes. Slowly getting there. Um, it's just I'm gonna do it and finish the eye on the right side, and then we're going to. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it another time in like. I think I'll do a lessened version in in black. Like I'll just do a few things in black, and then I'll start adding the tones. Like what I'll do is I'll probably do the make an outline in black a little bit. Um, or maybe I'll just do the colors. I don't know what I'm going to do. We'll see what happens. I just need an idea. I like I just need to move it forward. Yeah. So, anyways, that is it for the day. I got to get going. I hope you enjoyed today's broadcast, and hopefully, it gets closer to resembling Gary Vee. Fingers crossed, right? Anyways, late night. Have a wonderful day, or have a wonderful rest of your evening. Cheers. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Bam.